Good morning. My name is Robin Rame, and I am pleased to be joining Dan Wheat Rivers on the chancel this morning. We welcome you to this sanctuary and worship service, as well as those of you joining us online. Hi, Zoomers. We hope that in this congregation and sacred space, wherever it may be, you'll be strengthened by spiritual encouragement and find comfort from those who join with you in worship. To everyone familiar and everyone new to this congregation, you are welcomed with love. If you are in person, you are invited to stop by the welcome table in the vestibule if you would like to learn more about this congregation and Unitarian Universalism. If you are joining us online, please visit the newcomer page on our website as www.uucwnc.org to get acquainted with us. At this time, we invite any visitors or folks who have been away from us for a while to introduce or reintroduce yourselves if you feel comfortable doing so. If you are on Zoom, you may drop a line in the chat box. Do we have anybody on this side? Hello. Can you say your name again? Val. Welcome, Val. We're so glad you're here. Yes.
I'm Jean, and I'm a UU visiting from Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Jean, from Augusta, Georgia. Anybody else on that side? All right. Do we have anybody in the center section? All familiar faces today. Okay. Anybody on the right? My right, your left. Hello. Hi, Stephanie and Amelia. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. All right. Thank you for sharing worship with us this morning. In our weekly digest, please find announcements for some of the many activities happening in our congregation. You can find the digest on our website under the About Newsletter tab. There's also a calendar of events posted on the wall on your way to Dobkin Hall, which is located in the back of the building. Please join us there after the service for coffee and conversation. And we have just a couple announcements I'd like to share with you. Today, from 4 to 7 p.m. is our monthly open house, hosted by Carrie and Bob Bogart. Everyone is welcome. UU open houses are a great opportunity to meet new people and connect with old friends. It is a potluck, so please bring something to share. Details are in the open house email and the flyer in the lobby. Saturday, February 15th is the mobile altar and chalice making workshop from 2 to 5 p.m. UUCW will provide blank chalices, containers, shells, rocks, and other bits of nature, and you are welcome to bring your own meaningful items, as well as items to donate and share. Now, Bob Bogart would like to make an announcement.
Good morning. I'm Bob Bogart. My wife and I have been part of the congregation the last 4 years. I wanted to make a very brief announcement. We learned something a couple days ago that was too late to get into any of our other communications. You may have seen signs on the road, Sledge Forest, Save Sledge Forest. You think the traffic's bad now, just wait. What Sledge Forest is it's the largest undeveloped expanse of undeveloped land in North New Hanover County. And it's rich in biodiversity, has a 500-year-old cypress, 400-year-old pines. It's 4,000 acres of land bordering the northeast Cape Fear River on 3 sides, GE on 1 side. A developer is looking to place 4,000 homes on 1,000 acres of that parcel. The parcel's in a floodplain. It is rich in biodiversity, as I said, but the 4,000 acres, the 4,000 homes rather, on the 1,000 acres would also include possibly a small horse farm and a golf course, which would be in this floodplain and add to the traffic in the area by about 30,000 cars. To put this into perspective, this is larger than landfall, larger than River Lights. And there's going to be a meeting at the Aloft Hotel on Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock. We are trying to get people to come out and hear the developer, ask questions, find out exactly what he's going to do, and show some resistance, because once this land is gone, it's gone. Carrie and I will be in Dobson Hall after the service. If you have more questions, I can give you more specifics, but this is the 50,000-foot view. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. We have one more announcement about our upcoming installation celebration lunch and installation, which is happening at 11 a.m. at Roland Grice Middle School Auditorium, which is across the street from here, going that way. Our congregation is facing an affirming conundrum, one which many faith communities would be glad for. We are growing and thriving, and that is a good thing. The Roland Grice Auditorium holds 700 people. There will be no issue there with accommodating all of our members and friends at the installation service itself. Where the challenge arises is in making space for the many folks who'd like to join us following the service to eat and rejoice in the day. We'll have enough seats to welcome about 130 participants and spaces throughout this building. We'd like to arrange an enjoyable potluck meal for as many folks as possible, given the limited seating. For this reason, we are asking members and friends to sign up on our Sign Up Genius from February 8th to the 12th. We are so pleased to be arranging this event to celebrate the collaborative ministry we are developing with Reverend Alyssa. We look forward to our February 22nd installation being a celebration of faith, hope, and shared vision of how we can grow community together.
morning, everyone. I am Dan Wheat Rivers, he, they, and I've been here since about 2009. May we gather in a sense of worship, in a spirit of love, and welcome. This morning we bid you welcome those who come with a weary spirit, seeking rest, who come with hope in your heart, who come with anticipation in your step, who are seekers of a new faith, and who come to probe and explore. We bid you welcome.
Please join with me in the unison chalice lighting. Our children will be practicing there.
I'd like to invite any kiddos forward. We're going to create a line that the flame is passed through so that the hands of all of our young people have a place and a role in this. So I'm going to light the chalice. We're not there yet. And we're going to start it down here. Oh, hey. You guys want to start? Here. You hold it and pass it to Phineas right here. And we'll pass it down. Okay.
All right. As we light this flame of hope, may our congregation become a kaleidoscope of souls and people in the presence of this flame, in me, in you, in us. It is an invitation to sit at the table. May we tend our soul fire through these challenging and trying times to open the hearts and minds of all who enter our doors. Please join me for the hymn, Answering the Call of Love. Please rise in body and or spirit.
It is time for our weekly food pantry offering, the benefit Mother Hubbard's Cupboard. If you have something, you're welcome to bring it forward, or you can raise your hand and our kids will come collect it from you. Oh, lots of hands this morning.
Right there, up here. I got you. Right there. Perfect, Archie.
Good job, Archie.
All right. Okay. Here.
All right, did we get everybody? All right, and if the kids would like to stay up here, it is time for our story of all ages.
We have a very special guest reader today. I'm a bit partial to her. Her name is Emma Wheat Rivers. Also, after when the kids and youth leave, after the service, if you are trying to find them, you may find us outside. It's a beautiful day, and the youth are going to possibly be in our memorial garden and the kids on the playground. So, all right, Miss Emma, you're up.
Today's story is called The Big Umbrella. By the front door, there is an umbrella. It is big. It is a big, friendly umbrella. It likes to help. It likes to spread its arms wide. It loves to give shelter. It loves to gather people in it. It doesn't matter if you are tall or hairy or plaid. It doesn't matter how many legs you have. Some people worry that there won't be enough room under the big umbrella. But the amazing thing is, there is. There is always room. The end.
Nope, that is not. I am jumping all around. 413, go now in peace. I can read, I just have to pick the right spot.
Can I take it to the Kelly, I met your mommy last
Now it's time in the service where we honor the joys in our life and support the sorrows that we face. During this time, you're welcome to come light a candle or place a shell in the fountain as we sing hymn 123, Spirit of Life.
She, her. This week's Share the Plate recipient is Special Olympics New Hanover County. Through the power of sports, Special Olympics helps children and adults with intellectual disabilities discover new abilities, skills, and success. The athletes find joy, confidence, and fulfillment on the playing field and in life. Special Olympics New Hanover County serves over 700 children and adults with intellectual disabilities by providing year-round training in 27 sports, which is a lot, as well as local and regional invitational competitions, social events, and recreational activities. My daughter Emily participated in Special Olympics track and field, bowling, summer camps, and dances for many years. And I'm wearing one of her t-shirts in honor. These activities and the friends she made through them meant so much. Special Olympics New Hanover County relies on private and corporate support and the efforts of over 300 volunteers to offer programs at no cost to the athletes and their families. Thank you for your donations to support these worthy athletes. Will the other ushers please come forward to receive this morning's offering?
Please join with me in a moment of prayer or meditation. We have gathered here in community. May we hold each other as we travel through the week. May this community be a sanctuary, and may the sanctuary be a home. May you feel welcomed, safe, and included in this community. May this community fight for you and protect you. When you are here and when you think of us, may you be filled with love. Now, if you'll please join with us in hymn 1015, I Know I Can.
You are beloved, and you are welcome here. Whether your tears have fallen from your eyes this past week, or gleeful laughter has spilled out of your smiling mouth.
You are beloved, and you are welcome here. Whether you are feeling brave or brokenhearted, defiant or defeated, fearsome or fearful.
You are beloved, and you are welcome here. Whether you have untold stories buried deep inside, or stories that have been forced beyond the edges of comfort.
You are beloved, and you are welcome here. Whether you have made promises, broken promises, or are renewing your promises.
You are beloved, and you are welcome here. Whatever is on your heart, however it is with your soul in this moment.
You are beloved, and you are welcome here. In this space of welcome and acceptance, commitment and recommitment, of covenant and connection, let us worship together. You are beloved, and you are welcome here. It's been a rough few weeks, so I thought in lieu of a sermon this morning, we could just spend 5 minutes watching funny cat videos. Kelly told me if I made that joke that y'all would be disappointed to get a sermon instead of 5 minutes worth of cat videos. Our theme for this month was set months ago, but I've got to say that writing a service about inclusion has had its challenges. As we watch nearly every systemic stride that has been made towards inclusivity in the last 60 years attempted to be dismantled, nothing I could say felt like enough. And knowing most of you, I didn't want this time to be spent preaching to the choir. So I trudged along, and this is what you get. The past few weeks have been difficult, but that means our efforts here and wherever you go are that much more important. For those of you that have been around for a few years, you might remember when my daughter, Emma, was one of the few children here. You might also remember that anytime a new kid came, she was super excited and also very welcoming. If she saw a timid or shy kid, she would wait at the end of the aisle, call her out or them out to the class, and wait, and sometimes hold their hand or put her arm around them and guide them to the class. It's an effort of inclusion to make a difference in someone's life. She was making a very intentional effort to include kids that didn't feel comfortable yet. At its core, that's the work of inclusion. To bring someone in, make them feel welcome and safe, and like this is their space too. Of course, as adults, as people that have power in certain organizations or situations, our work of inclusion can be a bit more complicated than holding someone's hand as they take in a new situation. But sometimes that still helps. It is our job to make sure that everyone has a space at the table. If you're on a committee here, the board of a nonprofit, if you work with a group of any kind, you look around and see who is missing. I'm not saying anything new, but if you're talking about someone and they aren't in the room, stop the conversation and go find people that represent the voice of the people you're discussing. This isn't just about making ourselves feel better because we've invited an overlooked group of people into the conversation. It's about listening, understanding, and including them. If you invite them in, but only ask, how do we make you part of who we are, instead of how do we make us part of who you are, we're missing the point of inclusion. Inclusion isn't better just because it's kinder. We should bring other perspectives to the center because these perspectives create a world that is more imaginative, more flexible, more sustainable, more dynamic and vibrant for everyone who lives in a body. I present, especially when you see me not in work clothes, especially when you do see me in work clothes, as hetero, cisgender, able-bodied, neurotypical white male. That means I face less default exclusion than most people. Even though several of those things don't apply, they are hidden and undetectable upon first inspection. Of course, that doesn't mean I never feel excluded. I can't imagine any person here or anywhere hasn't felt exclusion at some point. You didn't make the team, you didn't get a part in the play, you feel like you don't have any friends. That really cool group of people that you love isn't open to you. These are valid feelings of exclusions, ones that we all suffer. Then there are those types of exclusions that we don't all experience. The parts where culture, ethnicity, ability, sexuality, gender, neurodivergence, the list goes on. There are those parts that limit what you can be included in. Right now, inclusion for a lot of these groups is under attack. Genders are being deleted from official forms. Competent people are being fired over perceptions, and major companies are just jumping in line. Measures that ensure that people get to the table, that actually have the ability to show up, much less speak, are being discarded. If you want to help combat some of the systemic dismantling of the inclusivity process, there are several organizations working on that, and our social justice ministry is trying to keep up. We give you resources each week. We give you actions to take. Keep up with the digest and ask to be added to our mailing list. We're all working together. Call and contact your legislators from the local school board up to the Senate. Any elected representative that is representing you should know how you feel, whether or not you voted for them. But also, on a personal level, continue to radiate love. Continue to radiate kindness. I know as I look out at the world every day, that gets harder to do. But then I come here. I remember who I am. I remember that this world is full of people of love. It's full of people that need love. And when we show love, when we show kindness to others, the world is better for it. Here we work on anti-racism, on gender rights, on disability and accessibility rights, on queer rights. We work on us. We continue to grow ourselves. We make mistakes, and we examine them and correct them. I may have said something today that shows my misunderstanding of a group of people. As soon as I'm told, I'll apologize. I'll get over the shock of my mistake, my ignorance, and I'll learn to do better. That's what we do here. We are not perfect, but that means the work never stops. And I'll leave you with this quote from Reverend Joanna Lubkin. I watched the opening ceremonies for this year's Paralympics. There was this big, elaborate dance sequence which had a mix of people dancing on 2 feet as well as with canes, prosthetics, walkers, and wheelchairs. It went beyond representation, beyond just making sure they checked the box of a diversity roster. The choreographer's hope was that the performance would normalize and celebrate all bodies in all their forms, and that it wouldn't just include dancers with disabilities, that it couldn't be done without them. This world can't be done without all of the groups being represented. Thank you. Now please join us in hymn 159, This Is My Song.
Now please join with me as we extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Our benediction this morning is by Teresa Novak. Rest a while. Let the warmth of this community surround you, hold you, heal you. When you feel stronger, just a bit, notice those who need you too. They are here. They are everywhere. Weep with them, smile with them, work with them, laugh along the way. And now we'll do our normal closing of Shalom, where we join across the aisles, join hands, and sing our Shalom together.